trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all.
I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings. I would never.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 33-yard line.
Yellow. On the line, right? 56. They can't hang with us.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Completes it to Hardman. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Yellow. I've got little lady. 15. You go take.
They go play fake. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day.
Now Ito Smith. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Let's get it. Wait. Marshall line, 80. 56. Hey, come on now. Right side. 56 to Mike.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Jacobs. They find some open field here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Lincoln. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And he may want to track down that football, because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Towards the end zone for Brown. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Mahomes. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Down. See why they ain't? 59. I got you. They're down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll toss it to Smith. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. From the gun on third down, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Now Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
We're good. 180. 29. Hey, Delta. 58 is the mic. Okay, double up. Hey, 58 is the mic.
Throwing now is Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
What now? Blue 80. Go Chiefs. Defense wins championships, baby. Here we go.
On first and 10, here's Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Colin Saunders busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on second and 16.
Watch the curls. Hey, Mike.
Carr going to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Frank Clark, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First down, Chiefs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Smith. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 29, Mahomes, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We want it. Come to my work. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, D.
Now this time, Carl throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Carl trying again on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
On first down, Carr. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. On third down, here comes Jacobs. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second and 9, Carr got him in. It's Brown. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now Carr. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Rush in. Yellow. Rush in.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Mark the little lady. 15.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Finds a seam inside the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Yellow. Mark the little lady. 56. We got it.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. And again, it's Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man, it's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
From midfield, here's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 41.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mahomes now to throw. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but now it's 3rd and goal. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On the draw, this is Smith. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mahomes going to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming.
Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. What we got? What we got?
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Lincoln. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Ito Smith. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Jacobs now. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll try the left side. Lincoln. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The Raiders on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the give. Now Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Raiders, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on